for being in all the parades and going to all the events.
Well, that's great. Parades are fun.
Hello, my name is Paisley Jenkins. I am Little Miss Carbon County. What I'm looking forward to most this year is the parades, photo shoots, and serving my community.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Taylor Brower, and I'm your new junior Miss Carbon County. I want to tell you guys a little bit what I'm excited for. I'm excited for doing my service project, the Little Voice Movement. I've worked on it for the past couple of years, and it's all about lifting your voice up and not putting each other down. This last year was really hard for me. A group of kids said really mean things to me, and it dropped my self-confidence level. So I want to go around to all the 4th and 5th grade classes in the community and show this video presentation about self-confidence, and I want to talk about my experience of self-confidence. Then I want to make kindness cards. Kindness cards are just a nice card that say nice things like, look on the bright side, you have a good smile, you are fabulous, and other kind things. And then I want them to hand these cards out secretly, not to just their friends, because you never know when somebody's having a hard day, and I want all of our voices to lift each other up and not put each other down, one little voice at a time.
That's a fantastic platform.
Thank you.
So our teen, Miss Carbon County, Berkeley Brady, couldn't make it today. She had a death in the family. So she sends her regards and sorry she can't be here, but she did take a video of herself that she wanted to have you guys listen to about her platform and everything. So I'm going to play that.
Hi, my name is Berkeley Brady. I'm Miss Teen Carbon County 2025. And one thing I'm super excited about this year is showing my platform. It's hashtag social media smart. I created this book right here, hashtag social media safety. Based on my story is when I was 12 years old, I got an Instagram account because I was a cheerleader and we had to learn all the cheers on there. And some person private messaged me asking for photos and then later tracked me. That really scared me that day, so I made this book and I made this platform to share awareness to my platform and the scary danger of social media. I want to thank you for this opportunity and your continued support of the Miss Carbon County organization. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Please send our condolences to her and also our congratulations.
I will. Okay, so I am your Miss Carbon County 2025. My name is Shalise Rahala. Sorry if I sound a little bit like a frog. I have allergies right now, so bear with me as I try getting through this. So my plans for the year, the main plan is making a difference in our community. This is the whole reason I ran for Miss Carbon County. I want to implement something that's going to change our community or make it for the better. So the main thing I think I can help our community with is my platform. My platform is caring about health, is loving yourself, and it focuses on the importance of mental health. I've personally had mental health issues, and I have had family and friends who have as well. So I understand how widespread this challenge is. So this year, here are only a few things I've planned for my platform. I've teamed up with Amanda McIntosh, who is in charge of the Hope Squad. Already have been able to present my platform at the Suicide Awareness Walk and the vigils she held. And I was able to present my platform and talk about how important mental health is and how they go together. I created this platform 3 years ago when I had a family member who had been suicidal for 6 years. That was really hard to learn. You can't go to the schools and talk about suicide awareness, which breaks my heart, but I found out you can talk about mental health. And I think that's the next step you need to do. So this is why I created that. The next thing I have planned for my platform is to teach QPR. QPR is to question, persuade, and refer. The health department has learned this and is teaching it, and I'm going to go to some of the trainings. Amanda has tried going to the schools to teach this. She has not been successful. So we're going to hold events and be able to teach it to people because I think that's very important to do. The next part is to present my platform, of course. I want to go to the schools and talk to the teachers and everything and the kids and tell them how important mental health is, whether that's simple anxiety and why they feel that. And it's okay to feel that and it's normal to feel that, but how can we help that? How can we take the next step to feel better? Another thing I'm doing this year, and I got the royalty in, is Pat and Nicole Smuin every year for the CJ Smuin Hitting Camp and Banquet, which provides suicide awareness. I've already talked to them this year with the royalty helping, and they said they would love our help. And I think that is a great organization and what they do. I have created Mental Health Mondays where I post information about mental health and uplifting quotes, and I've had many people reach out to me in the past and say they look forward to seeing those and how much has helped them. So I plan on continuing to post that every Monday. And the last thing I have planned for my platform is I have talked to Four Corners in the past, and they have offered ways for me to present my platform to clients of theirs, and I plan on talking to them again and get that plan going. These are just some of my plans. Some of the other plans I have this year includes possibly running for Miss Utah. I'm super excited for that. I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and if I get to share my platform and maybe make a difference in one person's life in the audience, I think that's what I should do. We're going to try to go to every event possible. That means going through sickness and everything, so hopefully we can make that. We love just helping our community, so anytime they need help or want us at an event, we'll be there. And I'm going to try raising money each month for Miss Utah. I think that'd be a great way to get our community involved in everything together, is raising money and doing events to where they can come and help out. Another thing we have planned for November is our humanitarian trip to Mexico. We're super excited about that. I've never been on a humanitarian trip, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm so excited to go help the kids. And so is my Miss Teen. She's coming with me. I'm super excited for this year. We have a lot planned and more to come, and these girls are so amazing, and I can't wait for the rest of the year with them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations to all of you. You're very talented and bright young women who have a lot to provide for our community, a lot to help us grow and become better. So thank you. Anything else?
No, I've had the opportunity to do some guest judging or interviewing, and it's just amazing to me to hear just the confidence and talent that we have in these young ladies. So appreciate it, and congratulations to all of you.
Yeah, thanks for representing the county.
Thank you.
Okay, we want to thank them and congratulate them one more time. Like Shirley said, one thing we did add this year, which we had the funds to do, was to send our teen and Miss Carbon County to a humanitarian service and trip in Mexico, which will happen this November. So we're really excited about that and excited for them to have that experience. So also at this time, we are wanting to request the allotted funds for the pageants that will be held late summer of 2025 to be awarded to the new royalty crowned in 2025. So in the past, the commissioners have set aside a $1,500 scholarship for the Miss Carbon County royalty and $400 for the Miss Teen royalty, for a total of $1,900 donated to the Miss Carbon County organization. We'd greatly appreciate the continued support towards the education of young women in our community.
Thank you. Do we have any thoughts on that request?
I'm okay with it.
I don't know that we need a motion, but I'll second that.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll put it in the budget.
We'll work on getting it in the budget.
Thank you so much. Thank you again for having us, and please reach out with any needs or anything that the county needs. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
congratulations again.
Thank you.
Item number 3 on the agenda is review and possible approval of an appointment to the Tourism Tax Advisory Board. Tina, do you want to explain what's happening with this? We just went through this, but we actually have another vacancy on the board.
We have another vacancy on the board. Anna Wilder, who represented the restaurant industry on our board, received a promotion. She's now a general manager at a National 9 property in Wyoming. So that left us short out of having our majority be from those tax-paying entities, which is our lodging and restaurant entities. And so we have somebody to hopefully come on and fill out her term, which just goes until the end of the year. And then we'll have 3 seats open to start again in 2025.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Commissioners, we have 2 applications. Cami Ray McManus and Crystal M.
Nostrand.
Nostrand.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. Do we have any motion or discussion?
I first want to thank both of them for applying. They both look like great candidates. Seems like Cami was the last one or on the last go around. She seems pretty interested in this. So my thoughts is there's no objection that we just nominate Cami McManus.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you. Will you be sending out the notice?
Yeah, I can send out the email.
Perfect. Thank you. Item number 4, consideration of possible approval of a state of Utah contract Division of Outdoor Recreation Off-Highway Vehicle, or OHVR grant, fiscal year 2025, quarter 1. Tina.
That's big, huh? That's long. Well, commissioners, with all of the planning that we're now doing with trails and hiring a trails coordinator, building a trails committee, as you know, we have a lot of needs for maintenance and inventory of our current trail system. And so it made sense to apply for the OHVR grant to get a side-by-side, some equipment to be able to do some trail work, a watering tank that will go on the back of the side-by-side, and then also a trailer to haul that. Originally, we were just going to do a flatbed trailer, but then we realized storage is an issue. And so we applied for an enclosed trailer so that it stands as storage and can store the side-by-side. So we requested from the OHVR grant, and we were awarded our full asks, which was $39,000. That grant does require for us to have at least 25% matching. The great thing about that is that it doesn't have to be in cash. It can be an in-kind. And so that's my time that's spent on any of these projects, volunteer hour time, maintenance to take care of those things, gas, things like that. And so we actually, which I think is why we had such a great application, our matching was actually 34%. And so $4,902 of that is all that we would need to come up with in cash. And the rest of it is all in kind. So trail crew work, $8,365, that's volunteer hours. And then the state sets that rate of how we figure those volunteer hours, and those are figured at $33.46 an hour, but they're not getting paid, they're volunteers. And then 6,000 of that is 250 staff hours. So that's 250 staff hours that I'd be involved with the project. And then fuel and maintenance of the county vehicle and the side-by-side, which is $1,000. So that's all in kind.
Thank you. Do we have any questions about the grant?
I don't.
No, I don't either. Appreciate you going after this though, and just trying to help make the trails a little bit nicer and stepping them up a little bit. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
You bet.
I'll make a motion that we approve the State of Utah Contract Division of Outdoor Recreation Off-Highway Vehicle Grant for fiscal year 2025, quarter 1.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you, commissioners.
Item number 5, consideration and possible approval of the State of Utah Contract Division of Outdoor, Division of Outdoor Recreation Off-Highway Vehicle, same grant, OHVR grant, fiscal year 2025, quarter 1. Aubrey.
So sorry to make you read that again. It's quite long, but it's a fabulous grant. It is the grant that we received a couple years ago for the motocross track improvements that were a great success. We were able to do a lot of improvements on the track, and we want to continue the momentum, continue the project. We have a lot of ideas going forward. It's the exact same grant, so it requires a 25% match. It's fabulous. Just like Tina said, it does not have to be a cash match. A lot of it can be our equipment that we're using, our labor, all of that. So it's really an awesome opportunity. The grant review board loved both of the Carbon County applications, and they decided to fund us for continued improvements on the motocross track. Some of those improvements planned are we would finish graveling the parking lot. We were able to do half of it with the first grant, and it made a huge improvement to the user experience. That parking lot gets really dusty when it's high traffic. So our road department would gravel it and also redo the drainage in the parking lot, which will be amazing for the users. We would also put up a pavilion. Right now, there isn't really anywhere for families to hang out. And so this would give a place for people to go up and eat lunch. And a lot of time families go up and they watch their kids ride and they have to sit in the truck or sit in the sun. So it'd be really nice to have a little picnic area that people could go up and utilize the facility for even more. Have family gatherings or, whatever they're wanting to do out there. And then the other portion of the project, we would put it in a sound system. The track, as far as I understand, has never had a permanent sound system. We just put speakers up around the building, which is great for the people that are near the building, but it doesn't reach very far out into the facility. And when you have events and stuff, there's people everywhere out there, and it's very hard to get announcements out to everyone, which can also be a safety concern. So we're pretty excited. IT has designed a good sound system that we'll be installing.
Any questions?
How much is the grant?
Oh, we received, so the total project cost is, I don't have the exact numbers right in front of me. I think the total project cost is about $135,000, and we received, I think, just under $116,000.
114,918, so 115.
There we go. And then a lot of that match can be used as in-kind.
Good question. Any other questions?
No, I appreciate everything that you guys have done out there, you ladies have done out there, and just continue to make improvements. So I appreciate you going after this grant, managing it, doing all the paperwork that's required.
Thank you.
It's really nice to see. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aubrey.
I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve, give approval of the State of Utah Contract Division of the Outdoor Recreation Off-Highway Vehicle Grant Fiscal Year 2025, Quarter 1.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Thank you. Item number 6 on the agenda is review and possible approval of the fiscal year 2024-2025 interlocal cooperation and subrecipient contract agreement with Southeastern Utah Association of Local Governments for senior center funding. Rebecca Taylor, who is the director at the senior center, is actually at a training for the new buses that we received through a grant with the state of Utah, so she needed to be at that. I did visit with her on this grant. It's similar to the grants that we received last year. They added an additional, I believe it was $5,000 to the grant, so there's a little bit of extra money this year. And this is the same one that we approve every year, and it's funding for our senior programs. Questions?
No questions.
Have any questions either? I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve fiscal year 2024 through 2025 interlocal cooperation and subrecipient contract agreement with the Southeastern Utah Association of Local Governments for senior center funding.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 7, ratification of assignment order with Jones and DeMille Engineering for fire suppression pump at the Carbon County Airport. Commissioner Jensen, did you want to?
Yeah, I could speak to this one. The building that will be built for the USU Eastern Mechanic program for the aviation school, it was determined late in the game that the building would need to have fire sprinkle protection, and the systems out there at the airport are not adequate currently to provide enough volume of water nor pressure to supply that water. And so we have gone through some preliminary possibilities of how to solve that, and Jones and DeMille, we've worked with them on this, and they have now come up with a plan of that we have agreed to and signed this contract to work with them for them to design a water tank that will sit kind of on the north end of the airport area on some county property. Associated with that tank would be a pump system that would, when there is a need for fire protection in any of these buildings and the sprinklers go off, then the pump would turn on and supply the water that's required by the state of Utah for those type of facilities. So the contract's already been signed. They're in the middle of working on it now. And so I'd make a recommendation that we ratify that agreement.
Okay. Just for public information, this tank and this fire suppression system can be, it's not like we have to add additional every time somebody else builds. It's a one-time, covers any new additional buildings, so it'll help with growth at the airport for a long time moving forward. So I'll entertain a motion to ratify.
I'll make the motion we ratify the order with Jones and DeMille Engineering for fire suppression pump at the Carbon County Airport.
And I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you. Item number 8, adjourn as the Carbon County Board of Commissioners and convene as the Carbon County Board of Equalization.
I'll make the motion that we adjourn as the Carbon County Board of Commissioners and convene as the Carbon County Board of Equalization.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are now the Carbon County Board of Equalization. Item number 9 is consideration and possible approval of assessor-initiated adjustments. Commissioners, before us we have 3 sets of possible adjustments that we are to review. The first one is parcels, 113 parcels that have been reviewed by both Assessor Bishop and Kevin, the private appraiser that we've hired, and they have both agreed on the values and have stipulated with the individuals if we accept those stipulations. Any questions?
I have no questions on those. I'll make the motion that we approve this first sheet. They're numbered 1 through 113 parcels, and approve those adjustments that have been stipulated.
And I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The second set of values we have to look at tonight are numbered 1 through 4, and their subheading is values corrected and approved by Kevin. There was some question on the final values of these parcels. Kevin has given what he feels those values are, and if I'm correct in saying this, we would like to reach out on these 4 parcels and see if they're willing to accept the corrected stipulation. And if so, we can move forward with approval on those. If not, they'll have to appeal to either BOE or to the state. Is that correct?
And when you say we have us reach out to be the assessor or
Yeah.
Kevin? Okay.
So I guess what Kevin's recommendation was is to prove these values. If the owner does not accept those, then they can go to the state. Does that make sense, Seth?
Yeah, that's probably, unless you had something else, Casey, there's probably the best way to do it where it's gone through the process. You've looked at it as the Board of Equalization. You either approve or don't approve of what Kevin's presented. If you do approve, then if the taxpayer doesn't agree, then they still have rights to appeal to the state.
Perfect.
So I'll make the motion that parcel 02-2340-0038, we agree on a value of $295,000. Parcel 02-2340-0039 have a value of $39,000. Parcel 02-2340-0040 have a value set at $39,000. And parcel 02-2340-0041 have a value of $39,000.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. And the last list that we have to review tonight is the assessor-initiated appeals. This is actually a little bit opposite of the ones we've previously looked at. The values on these properties were set too low initially, and the assessor is requesting to be able to review these and raise the value to where they should be. Either they did not have a value at all, or the value was too low. And so this would start the process with that tax owner or with that property owner to be able to start an assessor-initiated adjustment.
They're not all set too low. It's just corrections that Kevin or Dylan has picked up on. So they're not all too low.
Or, okay, that's,
Kind of a mixture.
Yeah, there's
that's
a couple
good
of them that
correction.
are, there's a couple of them that are like that, but there are just one or two of them that are just errors that they're fixing or need to go exempt or whatnot.
perfect. So thank you for the additional information, the correction.
Do we want to read these parcel numbers in or just the associated, the assessor initiated list?
How would you like that to read on the minutes?
I think if we just include what you have there in the minutes, that should be okay. That's what we did last commission meeting, if you're okay with that.
I'm good with that.
I am.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and make a motion then that we approve the 11 parcels on the assessor initiated list.
I second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 10 is adjourn as the Carbon County Board of Equalization and convene as the Carbon County Board of Commissioners.
So moved.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
We are adjourned.